We are back on another edition of Inside Michigan Recruiting here with Norman, Oklahoma's finest. Mason James is here with us. Is this your first trip ever to Michigan?
It's my first time up to Michigan.
First time up to the University of Michigan. So let's just start there with your impressions of the Maize and Blue. What do you think of the University of Michigan?
I had a really good time today. We had camp. I got to spend a lot of time with Coach Bellamy, do some of his workouts, and sit in a meeting with him. So it was all really what I expected since I came off a national championship win.
So let's get into the genesis of your Michigan recruitment. When did you first start hearing from Michigan and kind of give me the start of your interest when you said, okay, I got to go check them out?
So during track season was when I got my offer, and ever since then I just started looking more into Michigan, and I won the national championship, and that just sparked my interest even more. So I had to come up here and see what Michigan was talking about.
So, you know, one of the things I ask our receivers this, especially these days, because I know how it goes with receivers and recruiting, especially being in Big 12 country, because they air it out down there. It's like, hey, you know, we throw it around the yard.
Yes, sir.
And what they say about Michigan is they don't.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure you've heard that. Why didn't that deter you? Why didn't that stop you from coming up to see what Michigan was all about?
Good quarterback play. Also, a quarterback I got to work out with today, Brady Hart. He really showed me he could throw that thing. And also just speaking with Coach Bellamy and a little bit with the OC is just more pro-style offense, NFL-style offense that I'm looking to play in. So
I'm going to ask you, this is an obvious question, and forgive me if I know you've probably heard it 100,000.
Yeah.
But I got to ask it anyway.
Yeah.
Norman, Oklahoma, man. I mean, it's like people are like, that dude's going to Oklahoma. That's what they're going to say. That's what they're going to think. Why would that be a mistake for people to think that?
Because I'm a relationships person, so I like to build my relationship with coaches, and I try to venture out, see what programs are the best fit for me. So even though Oklahoma has some good stuff to offer, I know programs all across the world do too. So just being in Oklahoma, that being in my backyard, that's not going to stop me from going there. So.
Did you grow up a Sooner fan?
I wasn't. I've always been a Players fan. I haven't really been a Teams fan. So.
Okay, all right. So give me an idea of what you knew about Michigan before this visit, other than they obviously won the national championship. But did you know much about them before this?
To be honest, I really didn't. Just a good running back play. That's what I knew.
Yeah. Right. So opened your eyes a little bit. Now, did you know Brady Hart before you worked out with him this weekend?
No, I've heard the name, but I didn't really get to meet him or really see him in person until today. So.
All right. So now that you said you saw him throw it around a little bit, but now that you've actually seen him and know who he is, give me the book on Brady Hart. What do you think of Brady?
He's a really cool kid. He has a lot going for himself out of Florida. Obviously, got good competition down there. And to be able to work out with him today and just see who he is as a person and getting to talk to him off the field, just see what he knows about Michigan, see what he has to tell me about Michigan. So I've never been up here. So it was really good talking to him today.
All right. So Coach Moore. Did you get a chance to interact with Coach Moore?
Yes, sir,
very much. What did you think of Coach Moore?
He's a really cool guy. I got to hear his speech, what his morals are, and what he wants for the program. So seems like a really good head coach.
All right. And so you've gotten a glimpse.
Yeah.
And you saw what the coaches are like. You saw what some of the players are like. Did they get much into their scheme? Did they talk about their offense, what it has been, and what it's going to be? Did you get a feel for what it's going to look like under Kirk Campbell?
I didn't really get to learn too much about that today. It was mostly just a workout and a couple speeches from the coach here and there, so I didn't get to hear too much about that.
So did you see enough? So this will be the only on-the-spot question I give you. I guess maybe that Norman Oklahoma question was an on-the-spot question. But did you see enough to say, you know what, I'm going to come back for another visit?
Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely be back for a game day. That's what I'm looking forward to next.
Okay. So let's talk big picture recruiting, Mason. As you kind of look down the line when you get ready to make a decision, what do you think are going to be the things that loom the largest, that play the biggest, the most into that choice?
Definitely a receiver coach that's going to develop me on and off the field, a head coach that's going to develop me on and off the field, a program that's going to build my relationships with the coaches, definitely a good wide receiver play, that too. So, yeah.
What about distance from home?
That doesn't really matter to me. Like I said, I'm a relationships person. So wherever I fit in best with the program is where I'm going to go.
What about Mom? Mom, she feel the same way?
Yeah, I feel like me and Mom's in the same boat.
Same page?
Yeah. So my whole family's been really good at supporting me with that stuff. So I'm really thankful for that.
Okay, so what schools have you been to? I mean, is it too many to list?
It's a good amount.
It's a good amount. So
amount.
you've gotten a lot of places so
Yes,
far.
sir.
So what places haven't you been that you think you want to see?
I'll be at Tennessee tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. Looking to go to Oregon, Washington, a few more schools too. I just can't name off the top of my head.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
many more places to see.
Mhm.
Do you have a timeline for how you want your recruitment to play out? I mean, is it like signing day your senior year?
Not too sure. I mean, I'm just gonna finish off my visits, see how a lot of the schools do in the new conferences that they're playing in. So yeah.
So let's talk about your game, Mason. We talked about recruiting. Let's talk
Yeah.
ball. Like what do we see when we watch Mason James?
I thought you're gonna see a dog for sure. Person that wants to go up and get that ball. Explosive player in and out of my breaks. Even more explosive when I get the ball in my hands. I like to go score. That's the only thing I want to go do. That's the reason why I wear number 6. So I need 6 every time I touch the ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, is there a player in college or the pros that you compare yourself to or you try to emulate?
I like Devontae Smith, Jameson Williams. Those are my 2 favorite guys I like to watch. Yeah.
He will play right here in Detroit.
Yeah, I like watching him play at Bama too. So.
You can run like that?
Yeah, shoot, I tried to. Yeah.
Are you a track guy?
Yeah. I run the 100 and 200.
So what's your best 100 and 200 meters?
10.86.
Okay.
And 21.76 in the 200.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you're picking them up and putting them down.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So another thing that we've been checking for, games. What games should we circle on the schedule?
Definitely the first game of the season, Norman High versus Norman North. That's our big rival game. Yeah, and we play Tulsa Union this year, the new team on our schedule. Who else we play? Owasso will be a good game. A lot of the Tulsa schools that we play be a good game. Edmond Santa Fe be another good game. So I say those 3 games right there.
Okay. So last 2 for you. First, at what point in your recruitment do you think you're going to start, hey, I got a top list of schools. When do you think you're going to do that?
I don't have a particular date, but just like as soon as I'm like getting close with all these coaching staff, seeing what's real and what's fake. Yeah, probably try to just narrow it down from there.
Okay, and then at this point, now that you've seen Michigan, what would you say you like the most about Michigan? And then what do you still need to find out? Like what do you need to see? What do you need to learn more about Michigan?
I say I probably still need to learn more about is just like the culture around here. Obviously, I'm not gonna learn that from one visit, but coming here on game day and being around the coaches more, I feel like that's what I need to learn more about, seeing who the coaches really are. One thing I learned today, though, was they are relationship people. I didn't feel any weird vibes when I came up here. It was all cool people. Yeah, that's what I got from today.
Got you. Well, Mason, appreciate your time. Thanks for taking time out of your visit to come spend with us.
Yes, sir.
Good luck the rest of the way in your recruitment. And we'll be checking for you, man. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching another edition of Inside Michigan Recruiting.